evening, you're watching the news from Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Health registers 48 cases of Malta fever disease as the government exerts efforts for epidemiological investigation about the source of the disease. The value of collected fees of the real estate sector reached more than 42 million rials in the first half of 2016. And Salalah Port receives MSC Zoe, the largest container ship in the world. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty King Mohammed VI of Morocco on the Throne Day anniversary. The Ministry of Health registered a number of Malta fever disease cases in the Sultanate. The Ministry exerts efforts in coordination with the Ministry of Regional Municipalities and the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth for epidemiological investigation about the source of the disease. Malta fever, or brucellosis, is a highly contagious bacterial disease that affects humans and animals as well. Its symptoms in humans may continue for several days to months. The disease is caused by Brucella bacteria, which is transmitted from infected cows, such as goats, animals, to humans. The Ministry of Health's data pointed out that the Sultanate has recorded during the last decade a number of infection cases of this disease, mostly taken place in the Governorate of Dhofar. These cases are increasing, and recently in the Governorate of North Batna, as 48 people were confirmed to have this disease. The symptoms of the disease are fever, sweating, muscular pain, backache, and several headaches. Studies show that Brucella bacteria is transmitted from animal to human through the consumption of uncooked animal products, such as meat or non-pasteurized dairy products. It is also transmitted through air to direct contact with infected animals. Prevention is better than cure, and the following instructions should be followed: boiling or pasteurizing milk before drinking, avoiding the consumption of non-pasteurized dairy products, avoiding eating raw or semi-raw meat, using prevention methods when contacting animals, and paying attention to personal hygiene, heading to the nearest health establishment to receive suitable treatment when the disease's symptoms appear, and taking medicine in the right way as per the physician's instructions. According to the statistics by the Ministry of Housing, the value of traded contracts in the real estate sector stood at 6.1 billion Omani rials in the first half of 2016, while the collected fees stood at more than 42 million rials. The number of real estate transactions across the Sultanate during the period stood at 214,979, including sale, donation, inheritance, exchange, mortgage and division transactions. The number of large plots registered for the first time during the first half of 2016 stood at 32,264, including the granted land plots, sales, mortgage, and other transactions. Meanwhile, during the first half of this year, 138,633 title deeds were issued, including the title deed for GCC nationals. Salalah Port received MSC Zoe, the largest container ship in the world. The ship is 395.4 meters long with a capacity of 19,224 containers. The ship is the third in the megaships list built by MSC. Salalah Port, which is a key regional port at the Arabian Sea, is one of the ports that have the capabilities to deal with large ships, such as MSC Zoe. Salalah Port, which enjoys a strategic location on the trade routes between East and West, is keen on meeting the international logistic needs to receive such vessels. The 6th Omani honey market was opened at Grand Mall Muscat. It aims to introduce the Omani honey product, as well as providing an opportunity for communication between honey producers and citizens and residents in the Sultanate, in addition to promotion of different types of honey. The Omani honey activity witnesses a significant growth in the number of beekeepers, who stand at 4,500, and in terms of production, which reached 500 tons and 100,000 cells spread over various governorates of the Sultanate. There are potentials for expansion in the way of supply, production, marketing and delivery of this product to the outside of the Sultanate. The opening ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Fawad bin Jafar As-Sajwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries. During the opening ceremony, the chief guest and the attendees toured the stalls of the market, 59 in number, showcasing various types of natural honey as well as other honey products in different glass bottles, in addition to the participation of 3 small and medium enterprises specialized in the sale of tools for beekeeping and breeding. An exhibition for ceramics and pottery products was opened in the Governorate of Bahraini. A number of Omanis took part in the exhibition after completing training courses organized by Public Authority for Craft Industries. The event came to acquaint the visitors with the products made by Omani craftsmen from various governorates of the Sultanate. The exhibition included products such as clothes, pottery, handicrafts, perfume, jewelry, and others. The bodies concerned are exerting great efforts to make such events play a role in exchanging knowledge amongst the craftsmen, as well as to preserve these traditional crafts. Still to come in our news bulletin. French farmers say they expect this year's harvest to be down by 20 to 30% due to unprecedented floods 7 weeks ago.
هنا الرائحة العالقة بالذاكرة تأخذنا دهشة مختلفة لتبهرنا بجمالها الآسر حيث ملتقى الأسرة. امنح نفسك شغف التجربة، فهنا حكاية الجمال لا تنتهي. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2016 من 15 من يوليو إلى 31 من أغسطس. عمان، المحبة والوئام.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Activities of Social Week continued in the Governorate of Dahira, with the aim to spread the culture of social and voluntary work among the society members. The event was organized by the Directorate General of Social Development in the Governorate of Dahira. Among the activities was a cleaning campaign in which the youth worked for 3 continuous days to remove wastes and clean public facilities in the area. The Social Week also included awareness programs, field visits and dialogue sessions that aim to encourage the youth to take part in voluntary and social works. The number of Kharif Salalah visitors reached by the end of this week more than 255,000 visitors, compared to 186,499 at the same corresponding period last year, with a growth rate of 36.8%. Omani citizens represented 68.5% of the number of visitors, followed by Emirati citizens with 10% and 5.6% for citizens from the rest of Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Oman oil price September delivery reached $39.83. The Dubai Mercantile Exchange said that the price of Oman oil declined $1.07 from the price of yesterday, which was $40.90. The average price of Oman oil August delivery 2016 has stabilized at $46.60, thus $2.27 per barrel higher than July delivery 2016. A number of excellent students from public schools were selected for Young Employer Explorer program at Sultan Qaboos University. The program aimed to develop their skills in mathematics, information technology, and English language. It also included other activities such as engineering village and sports activities. It was prepared as per the best educational methods that earn students many skills needed for post-school phase. More than a month after flooding struck in France, farmers are facing the prospect of a poor harvest. Here is a report.
At this time of year, Nicolas Galpin should be admiring his crops, but harvest time will be different this year. His fields of wheat south of Paris have never recovered from the intensive rainfall of May.
It's been 7 weeks since the floods, and here you are. Look, the water's still here, stagnant. You can smell the rot.
6 months worth of rain fell in only 3 weeks. And just like many other farms in the Île-de-France region, the soil couldn't absorb it all. To make matters worse, the humidity has sparked an increase in fusarium, a fungus that affects grains.
There's no flour inside them, it's just the outside of the grain. And that's going to be a big problem for us, to use that in milling.
And the same goes for sugar beets, with the harvest scheduled for autumn. The combination of too little heat and sun in spring and then too much rainfall means that they have barely grown in the last month.
We're going to end up picking beets that are this size, when normally a beet should weigh a kilo. It should be this big.
A little further north, a different farm, but the same story. Here, thousands of potato plants died when fields were flooded. Farmer Nicolas Powell says he expects this year's harvest to be down 20 to 30%, with a loss of around 4,000 to 5,000 euros of revenue per hectare of potatoes.
It's just like a hangover. We worked very hard, harder than a regular year, in the sense that these storms cause a lot of work afterwards, a lot of maintenance, for a result that will be laughable.
Donc pour un résultat qui sera ridicule.
Nicolas has other business interests that will help to offset his losses. But for the 6,000 odd farmers in the Île-de-France region, things might not be so easy.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with cloud accumulation and scattered rain over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be easterly to northeasterly light to moderate over the coast of the Sea of Oman, whilst in the coast areas of the Arabian Sea it will be southwesterly moderate to active. Seas will be rough along the coast of the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 4 meters and moderate to rough along the rest of the coast with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Ministry of Health registers 48 cases of Malta fever disease as the government exerts efforts for epidemiological investigation about the source of the disease. And Salalah Port receives MSC Zoe, the largest container ship in the world. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsrooms and the studio, it's good night.